But modern warfare is not just about drones and missiles. Electronic warfare technologies often play a decisive role on the front line. By detecting enemy radio signals and jamming them, they give our own drones a chance to reach their targets unhindered and strike the enemy effectively.
Our military's arsenal of electronic warfare tools ranges from simple portable devices to powerful systems mounted on armored vehicles. Some of these have been seen in action by our own Vladislav Palivoda. Let's take a look together.
Russian reconnaissance and FPV drones, as well as Lancets and Molnias, are being spotted not only along the front line. These drones are already penetrating deep into Ukrainian territory. Donetsk, Kharkiv, Sumy and Chernihiv regions are under threat. The Russians are trying to increase the operational range of their drones, both reconnaissance and strike types. To counter them effectively, our soldiers need electronic warfare equipment like this. Each of these is designed for different purposes. But the main goal is to save the lives of our soldiers. Mikhailo, one of the heads of the manufacturing company, explains each electronic warfare system. This is the SPR-1. The system is quite powerful and has a range of frequencies to combat enemy UAVs.
This is a system with up to 8 channels, which can operate at 100 watts per channel, as well as 150 or 200 watts per channel.
This electronic warfare system works on various surfaces, on the ground and on vehicles.
The system can even be buried in the ground, or it can be mounted on a similar trailer, installed on an L200 or placed in a housing. It can even be set up on the roof of a command post.
It protects the SPR-1 from Russian FPV drones, Mavics and Lancets. It has directional antennas and is capable of rotating 360 degrees.
Against FPV drones, it works and operates several kilometers. Against Mavics, it works slightly farther, 1.5 to 2 kilometers.
This is already a different electronic warfare system, the DFM. This system can also rotate 360 degrees and has a different modification, with directional antennas.
There, they use directional Yagi antennas, while here, patch antennas made by our company are used. Why is there such a difference? Because when you use patch antennas, they have a wider beam angle. When the antenna's beam angle is wider, it's easier to hit the drone itself.
And this is the largest dome-type electronic warfare device.
Dome protection is a type of defense that works in all directions thanks to omnidirectional antennas.
It is designed to protect buildings, vehicles, and troops.
The effective range, if we're talking about FPV drones that operate on these frequencies, in our local field tests is up to 200 meters. If we talk about the guys who take them out and say they operate there, they claim it can be an impressive 500 meters.
These electronic warfare systems can operate either individually or as part of a unified Sky Defender system, which allows you to control all of them from a single location, even if they are situated in different regions. The technology is simple.
You receive information from radio intelligence that you need to cover a certain position in that sector or operate on specific frequencies in another sector. You have the frequencies on your devices. You can see them. All the frequencies on your devices that you can work with, you can activate them all with a single button and protect the entire sector with one press.
Let's test this in action. We can see a Mavic above us. With one key, the jammer is activated and the drone freezes in the sky.
First, it freezes in the air until the connection is restored. Second, it ascends higher. Third, it descends.
Next, we test the jammer against an FPV drone. After entering the system's zone, it drops to the ground like a stone.
The drone immediately lost telemetry, the ability to control it.
Such systems are already operating in some areas of the front line, and the company is working on scaling up production. According to the deputy director, these systems can protect not only the military but also frontline cities.
It is entirely possible to build the first and second rings of electronic warfare system defenses around a city.
In addition, the developers are actively working on countering Shaheds, but most of the technologies are kept secret. Vladislav Palivoda, Ruslan Almuhamedov. We are Ukraine. Marathon? United News.
Sea drones that can spot Russian military targets from kilometers away and destroy them before the enemy even realizes where the strike came from. The Security Service of Ukraine has unveiled a new generation of surface drones, Sea Baby. They are equipped with additional protective gear and can also carry various types of weaponry. In particular, they can operate against enemy helicopters and patrol boats. Our correspondent Karina Podlinko has seen them with her own eyes and is ready to tell you more about a new modification of the drones.
Drones that have changed the course of events and ended Russia's dominance in the Black Sea. It is these drones that terrify the occupiers and force them to hide their boats. In the most remote ports, the security service of Ukraine continues to improve its unique development. Sea Baby. And right now, exclusive details of the modernization of surface drones.
It all starts here. At first glance, it's just an ordinary cargo van. But the most interesting part is inside.
Here we have one of the options for a mobile control station. In other words, this is a mobile ground station that can operate from any location.
One platform, several hands and eyes. One operator controls the boat, another controls its weapon system. And it's precisely this interaction that makes the system effective.
To build missions, for example, to move automatically along a mission and to plan missions for other teams in order to achieve your objectives.
The control center is designed for long-term operations. In particular, the operators can work while on the move, which gives them additional safety, camouflage, and the ability to carry out missions covertly.
Movement can be at a sufficient speed, which is extremely safe for the crew. We don't have to stop 5 or 6 hours just to stop for coffee, then continue moving and continue the mission.
So, basically, if there's a traffic jam somewhere, you could even operate from there.
If there's a traffic jam, you could even get some sleep there.
Introducing the new security service of Ukraine drones, the maritime drones. Multi-purpose platforms designed and engineered to be capable of carrying weapons that, in the first stage of the maritime drone war, will destroy the large and powerful surface fleet of Russia.
The multi-purpose Sea Baby platforms have repeatedly attacked Russian ships and have also struck the Crimean Bridge. Specifically, these ones. Already modernized but previously kept hidden from the public, they took part in special military operations of the security service in the Black Sea.
And the most recent strike on the Crimean Bridge happened in a completely unusual way. We hit it from below, from the water. And it was precisely the transfer of special forces and equipment for the latest underwater warfare that was carried out by the maritime drones and cyclotrones you see here. These platforms have already traveled several thousand kilometers by sea. They are only now in front of you. Our team has refreshed them a bit, repainted them, maybe added something. But if you look closely, you'll see they're patched and repatched from shrapnel and enemy bullets.
The fighters call this little one the machine gun drone among themselves.
In fact, this platform is equipped with a gyro-stabilized 14.5mm machine gun mount. It demonstrates very good effectiveness at sea. It confidently hits targets of its size, at a distance of over 1 kilometer. This is more than enough to detect and destroy it.
And the second is the adaptation of missile weaponry. It allows you to target from long, safe distances and avoid danger zones.
We see one of these platforms, specifically one that carries heavy weaponry. A 10-round Grad rocket launcher. This missile drone was built. The main purpose was to carefully test and evaluate the possibility of carrying heavy missile weaponry on the basis of the CBAB unmanned maritime platforms. This drone is capable of firing salvos of either 5 or 10 Grad rockets, such as at the same time.
Long-range drones are equipped with more powerful engines, modern navigation systems, and an upgraded communication system. And one more important detail, protection. Each drone...
Sea Baby maritime drones always return to their home shores. The team of engineers and IT specialists. Specialists from the Security Service of Ukraine have created a system that makes it impossible for the latest advanced Ukrainian developments, SBU maritime drones, to fall into anyone else's hands. This has never happened, and the Security Service of Ukraine is working to ensure that we do not alert the Russians about the capabilities and technical features of our new drones.
If a drone is unable to return due to significant damage, it can be destroyed. And such a case has already occurred.
There was a battle near the fully occupied Crimea when we used the Pukach drones. And one of these machine gun drones, just so you understand, drew out 4 Russian helicopters. This battle took place over a year ago. And in order for the other drones to be able to leave the battle and return home after the mission was completed. It drew the Russian forces and equipment toward itself. Moreover, it was already damaged and had partially lost mobility. And this is probably the only drone that we destroyed ourselves.
The security service says that they haven't even finished upgrading these drones yet, but specialists are already working on new ones.